everyone, so today I'm doing a Valentine's Day makeup tutorial and I wanted to do something that was still inspired by Valentine's Day but wasn't like too over the top in your face pink eyeshadow, you know what I mean? So I created this. It's just like a soft, pretty, easy to wear date look with that inspiration from Valentine's Day. But enough talking now, let's get on to the video. Alright, so I have you guys quite a bit more zoomed in than I've been doing, so I'm hoping that this works out the way that I'm expecting it to. I want you to sort of be able to see the makeup better because I haven't been the best about that, but I don't have one of those cameras that has like the back screen that flips up well. So I'm starting with this NARS tinted moisturizer sunscreen. I'm the color Alaska, which is light 2. It's actually a little bit dark on me right now, but I'm going to Costa Rica soon, so I don't want to like buy the lighter color and then not be able to use it. I'm just gonna put this on just like a moisturizer. I don't use anything special because this is literally just like a tinted moisturizer, and I don't really feel like I have to. I feel like using my fingers, it just looks fine. Like, I'm doing this as a Valentine's Day video, but I'm not going out for Valentine's Day. My mom is actually in town right now, so I'm about to bring her to Times Square to go see my billboard for Aerie, so I'm so excited for that. I want to bring her down to Soho too because there's this huge poster in Soho as well. Just like, it's so cool. I cannot wait for her to see it. Like, I'm so pumped up. Let me look at this though. Let me actually like check out, alright, how am I looking? How did I actually did a pretty good job about that without using the mirror at all. For concealer, I am using this Tom Ford concealing pen. And for those of you who watch my boyfriend's vlogs and my Snapchat, I'll like leave it linked below. I always leave my social media stuff down there for you guys. I was at Allure the other day and they gave me this. And this, what is it? God, my hands are so slippery from the other stuff. This is in the color Light 01. So I'm just going to click that up and I'm going to conceal myself. So I just wanted to talk about that Allure thing actually. Because I got a lot of questions about it and it's just something that I'm so excited about and I wanted to share with you guys. So basically what I was doing at Allure was I was doing like sort of a test video of me doing makeup on myself. Not as like a makeup artist showing you how to do makeup, but as a normal person being like, alright, this is makeup that everyone can do, not just like someone who has fancy makeup artist skills. I did 2 looks. One of them was sort of like a natural day look, and then I did a video where I took that natural day look and transformed it for the night with a beautiful red lip. But I don't think I ever actually mentioned, they gave me a bunch of the products that I used in the video. So this Tom Ford concealing pen was one of them, and I absolutely love this. I don't think it's something that I would have purchased on my own. I mean, after using this, I really, really like it. I don't know if I would purchase it again necessarily, but I do really, really like the product. I have to use it a little bit more before I would think about spending as much money on it. So basically a few of the things that I'm using in the video here is stuff that I used both in that video and that they had given me after the shoot. And I was so pumped and so like excited about that. To set this, I'm using this Gucci Face Luxe finishing powder, and this is the color 30, number 30, I guess. It's cute, it has like the little G's in it. I don't think this is any better than any other finishing powder in my opinion. It just looks cool because it's Gucci. So like, I'm whipping out my Gucci. I'm like, Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. Yes. Anyways, back to what I was saying. It was so weird though because everyone was so nice. I mean, not weird. I was kind of expecting them to be nice because the people I had met were really nice. The woman that I had been emailing was really nice as well. But all I know about that sort of world is castings and Devil Wears Prada. So I was kind of nervous. I was going to go in there and it was going to be super, super intense. But it was so chill. They were so cool. They were like, yeah, we're just like trying to figure everything out. I'm just going to set my whole face with this. I feel like I was just going to do my under eyes, but you know what? Might as well. I don't know what is going to come of it. I'll keep you guys updated. Right now they just did this sort of test video or test videos, so we'll see what happens with that. I'll keep you guys updated if those videos end up anywhere or if I do any more videos. So I'm really excited about that though. So I'm going into my Naked 3 palette because why not do something rosy for Valentine's Day? I saw a lot of Valentine's Day videos going up lately that are so rosy. This is not going to be that rosy. It's going to be like a hint of rose. But I'm going to start out with Limit out of the palette and a Sigma E39 brush. And I'm going to just put that in the crease of my eye. Oh, maybe I should have done brows first. Actually, speaking of brows, I just gave my mom like a brow makeover, and I just like did her brows up so nice, and I'm so happy with how they came out. I'm actually really proud of myself. Basically what I did, in that I get a lot of tips from makeup artists about this. I've heard this a million times, that when you do your eyebrows, you should fill them in how you want them to look, like the shape of them that you want them to look like, and then just pluck out whatever little eyebrow hairs are outside of those lines. It helps you keep from over plucking your brows. So that's what I did for her, and they look amazing. They look so good. I'm going in with Nooner now, out of the Urban Decay 3 palette, and I'm just going with that in the corner and a little bit in the crease. I'm using a Sigma E54 brush, Burnout, out of the Urban 3. I'm going to stick that onto the lid part corner here. And so now what I'm going to use is Strange and the Sigma E54 brush again. And I'm just going to put that on, yeah, I'm going to put that under my brows. And then using the same brush, I'm going to use Dust. The names are all starting to wear off now. And I'm going to put this sort of like, not in the inner corner, but like the bottom inner part of my eye. Using that brush again, I'm going to use Limit, stick that in the bottom middle. And I'll do the outer edge here too. I'm going to use a Sephora crease brush and just buff out the crease colors. And this is clean, there's nothing on this. Alright, and I want to add a little bit of brown to it, so I'm going to use Dreamer from my Tartelette palette. Let me see if I can show you this without like flashing you everything else. This brown color here. And I'm going to use the Sephora crease brush and stick a little bit of it into the crease. So I'm going to do my brows now, because I probably should have done them before I started my eyeshadow, but I didn't. I couldn't remember the word for eyeshadow for whatever reason. So I'm using the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer, and I like this so much more than the other Brow Wiz thing that they have, because it's a much thicker product, I guess. The Brow Wiz is such like a thin little tiny nub of product that I don't have the time for that. Especially since my brows are a little bit bigger, I don't like it. But this guy, so much easier, so much faster. And I was talking earlier in the video about brows as well. How I did my mom's brows, and I used this stuff on her, and it made the whole process really easy of doing her brows. And now I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel on the brows as well. And then I have my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, because I just adore this stuff. And I'm going to take a little bit of that and a Sephora concealer brush, and I'm just going to clean up around the edge of the brows just so it's like super clean looking. And go back in with my beauty blender that I was using earlier. I'm gonna have to redo the shadow on my brow bone too. I hate when I do that, because sometimes I'll just do stuff in the wrong order, and then I have to like redo stuff after. I'm like, why didn't I just do this in the right order? Going back in to the Urban 3 palette now with Strange, even though I already used that, but I have to fix my little mistake there. And I'm just going to put that in the brow bone. I'm not really feeling a wing today, so I'm just going to use a brown eyeliner. This is the Sephora Contour Eye Pencil 12-Hour Wear Waterproof in the color Cocoa. This stuff kind of reminds me of those Urban Decay 24-hour eyeliners. It's very creamy like those are. Kind of want to smudge it out a little bit. Oh, you can either sort of like leave it like that or smudge it like I am doing. You know, just going for it with the finger since I don't feel like getting anything else. I don't know if you can hear my neighbor. He's kind of like banging around a little bit. So the one thing about New York that nobody really tells you about or talks to you about is the noise pollution and just like the amount of noise and people that there are here. You hear about like it's a city that never sleeps, but it's sometimes the city that never lets you sleep too, if that makes sense. You either have, you know, a noisy neighbor, the person above you is noisy, or there's noise outside, there's cars, there's people. You can't control what people do all the time, and you just kind of have to like go with what the world throws at you, which can kind of be like a little bit frustrating on occasion, but you get used to it really, really fast, I think. Where's my brushes? I am like a mess today, you guys. I'm going to add Factory under the eye because I want to darken it under here. You know, I'm going to use Factory mixed with Dreamer from the Tartelette palette, which is that brown color again. I'm just going to add that to the outer edge. So maybe I will turn this into a wing. Let's see if I can do that. I am like really just winging it here, and I did not mean for that pun, but it just kind of happened. I feel like some of you are going to be watching this and be like, what is she doing? What I just did is I put this on, smudged it out with my finger, put a little bit more of this on, smudged it out with the Sigma E54 brush because that is the closest thing I have to a smudge brush on me right now, and I don't feel like going to get up and get anything else. And then I'm going to use the Sephora concealer brush again with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer and just clean up that wing like how I love to do, because I cannot do a perfect wing. I have to clean it up. And then I'm going to take the E54 brush again and add a little bit of Nooner. And I'm going to use that just under the wing a little bit. So I'm using the Kevyn Aucoin eyelash curler, and this is my absolute favorite lash curler. If you're going to splurge on a lash curler, I highly, highly recommend this one because it is absolutely amazing compared to anything else. I'm going in with a Velour lashes. This is their Wispy collection, so today I'm using Wispy Me Away. I think these are probably like my favorite lashes. And then I'm using my Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive because it is latex free. I'm gonna let the camera rest while I do this though. You guys, oh my god, I can't even with the camera today. Like, it has been dying like 3 times, and the card was like, oh, card full. It's like the struggle, eternal struggle of putting lashes on. It's so hard. This eye is always great. It goes on right away. This one I always have issues with. I don't know why. It's just always so difficult for me. Let me see. Next, I'm using Almay One Coat Triple Effect Mascara. This is probably one of my favorite drugstore mascaras. And I'm just going to put a little bit on so that the lashes blend into each other a little bit better. Should I do it on the bottom? I'm going to do a little bit on the bottom. Just like the outer corner. Let's do blush. This is the Becca Beach Tint, and you can see I've like destroyed this because I've used it so much, but it is just such a good product and I love it, and it creates such a natural flush. The color I have is Guava, and you just need this tiny little dot, put on my fingers. I do like 3 little dots and then I rub it in, and it smells so good. It's like fruity. Alright, what else do you put on when you put on makeup? Bronzer. You know what, let's just skip bronzer today. I don't have my brush with me. I don't feel like going to get it. Let's just move on to highlighter then. So I have this Kiko Milano Dazzling Highlighter. It's sort of like a yellowish, goldish highlighter. They gave me this at Allure as well. I really, really like it. It's very intense. It's very gold, and think it's very warm, but it's not so harsh. Like, it's not like a Becca highlighter where that's like that harsh, like shiny line. It definitely, I think, blends into the skin really well while still having that like bright highlight on your cheek. So I'm just gonna put that in, like, you know, your huge highlight spots. A little bit in the inner corner of the eye. Gotta love a little sparkle in the inner corner. I don't know if any of you guys did this, but I used to put like white eyeshadow in the inner corner of my eyes, like back in the early 2000s when I was like just learning how to do makeup for the first time. Those were the days. I like found an old picture of myself the other day like that, and I was like, oh, well. So for my lips, I'm using this Tony Moly. I say it wrong in every video, and every time you guys correct me, so I'm finally saying it right. Tony Moly multicolor pencil, My School Looks. I don't know if there's no like color on this, it's just the red one. I'll link it below though for you guys, so that if you like it, well, if I can find it, I'll link it below. There's a Tony Moly store, yeah, Tony Moly. There's a Tony Moly store in Koreatown in New York, and I went the other day, and I got so much stuff, and this is one of the things that I got, and I love it. I love this so much. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's gonna go in my favorites video. That's another thing. Do you think it's too late to do a January favorites video, even though it's like midway through February? I kind of feel like it might be too late, but I might do it anyways because I really want to get like a full year of favorites in. So let me know in the comments below what you think about that. But I'm just gonna put this on sort of like an ombre lip. See what I mean about this stuff though? It is beautiful, and it's super pigmented, so if you want to put it on like as a full color lipstick as well, it looks so beautiful like that. But it works so well for this sort of like ombre look just because of how it blends. And so for my hair, I just added a dab of coconut oil to it, and then I blow dried it. Nothing fancy, just easy blow dry. But this is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment below what you thought of it, what you'd like to see next, anything, how your day is going. I always love to hear from you guys, and if you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, even though I struggled so hard in this video. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.